Right now, again, remember, the less interruptions, the more I can do. All right? I always think I can do, a whole lot in class to help you understand the problems. All right? So we're going to start up here with literal equations. All right? And literal equations, like the first is an equation for, it's supposed to be principal and interest, and then there's perimeter, and then there's lines. These are all general equations. All right? So we're going to go down and do the odds. All right? So here's what I'd like for you to do. We're solving for t. All right? So the first thing I want you to do is I kind of underline the t. All right? That's the letter I'm trying to isolate. Right now, it's solved for what variable? P. Thank you. I'm trying to get it to solve for t. Now, my question to everybody is, what holds these things together? So if I want to solve for t, divide by what? Yeah, divide by what letters?
I know.
Yes, you divide by I and R. Now again, guys, I personally just think that's easy. I think that's easy. All right. Now, what happens to the I and the R over here? They do what to each other? They cancel. So now underneath that, you write t is equal to P over IR. And now it's your time to speak up. That's it. Like I said, I say it's easy, but most people prove me wrong. It's not easy. That's how easy that is. Yes?
Why do you multiply by IR instead, or not like divide by IR instead of T?
Well, I'm trying to get T by itself. Very good question, Justice. I'm trying to get T by itself. T is grouped together with I and R. You agree? So I got to get rid of the I and the R. And it's connected by what? Multiplication. So I undo it by dividing. Is everybody okay on that? All right. Now for number 3. All right. Now I almost feel as if there's not enough room. You guys take out a sheet of paper. There's not enough room. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. There's not enough. Remember, like I said, I really don't mind if you borrow paper here and there, whatever, but you shouldn't. All right. You shouldn't be borrowing paper. Again, Amazon can send you 500 sheets of paper tomorrow morning at your house. All right, get paper. All right, get paper. All right, those of you guys who are loaning paper, pretty soon I'm going to put an end to that. All right, you're supposed to come to class with your supplies ready to go. All right, so double check that tonight if you don't have paper. All right, here we go. Now, for number 3, what we're doing now is I'm going to write it right up here. Y equals 5x minus 6. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to underline the x because that's what we're solving. Right now it's solved for y. Now remember, we're always doing PEMDAS backwards. So what should I get rid of first? The 6. Whoever said that, thank you. And how do I get rid of the subtracting 6? You add 6 to both sides. Now, listen to me. Eyes up, eyes up. Look up, right now. All right? I don't want you doing this. Here's what everybody's doing. But we're now pretty good at solving equations. It is not necessary to put plus 6 and plus 6. You just know you're adding 6, correct? So when you add 6, here's what I want you to be able to tell me. Y plus 6 equals 5x. Hubble, you with me on that? Does everybody agree with that? Now, I'm still trying to get x by itself. What's in the way? 5. So how do I get rid of that 5? Divide by 5. That's exactly right. And when I divide by 5, the answer is just x equals y plus 6 divided by 5. That is the answer. Now's the time to speak up if you're not sure about something. What?
Why do you put the 5 on the bottom?
We're dividing, right? So I'm going to visualize it for you now, and I want you to look up, make sure you see it. You said, I'm dividing by 5. So here's what I did. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. You see what I'm saying, right? Now, can I reduce y plus 6 over 5? No. So you just leave it alone. That's the answer. You hear me? But I'm expecting you to be able to skip this step right here, most of you. I'm expecting you can skip that. If you can see it properly, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Now I want everybody to write down on their paper. X plus y over 3 equals 5. And this time I'm solving for x. All right, now someone else speak up. What do I do first?
You get rid of 3.
Yes, you do. Thank you so much. What do I do? Very good. You're sounding smart today. All right, very, very good. So tell me, I want everybody to write down x plus y equals what? Good job, Hubble. 15. Speak up loud and proud. X plus y equals 15. Yes, sir.
Why you did the opposite?
Remember, this is exception to the rule. That's a smart question. Normally we do the addition and subtraction, but remember, it's this quantity that's being divided by 3. That's a good job. Yes, sir. Noah.
So this, would the answer be like x equals 15?
That's exactly right. Very, very good. Your next step is to eliminate the y by subtracting it. Did you hear him? So x is equal to 15 minus y. Now remember, concentrate, concentrate, concentrate. And now speak up if you're not sure. Good.
Why did you subtract?
What did you want me to do?
I just thought you.
I'm solving for x. That means I have to get x by itself. That's what that means. Do you understand that now?
Yeah, I
All right, that's good. All right, as long as you're good. What?
Well, why wouldn't you do 3x plus 3y equals 15?
Because when you multiplied by 3, these canceled.
Okay.
That's why. You understand me? Come on now. Where's Thomas at? You got it all? Writing meter? Come on now, I mean it. I'm keeping a close eye on you. I was supposed to have you up there, but I'm going to trust you right there. All right? Come on, Thomas. Is everything good so far? All right. Now, number 7. Let's write this. AX plus BY equals C. I'm highlighting or underlining what I'm solving for. All right, Miss Pliego, tell me what's up with this. What do I have to do first? A little bit harder. Very good. What am I subtracting? The AX. Good job. Subtracting the AX. All right, anything that doesn't have a Y in it, you have to move it to the other side. And she's exactly right. I subtract AX. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put minus AX here just so you can visualize it. Is it necessary to put minus AX? No, it's not. All right. Now, when I do that, I end up with BY equals C minus AX. Miss Pliego, go ahead. Finish it off. Now what? No. Come on now. What's attached there? B what Y? What operation is that? Yeah, there you go. That's what you have to say to yourself. How are those two things connected? It's connected with multiplication, so we do what, Miss Pliego? We divide. That is correct. So Y is equal to C minus AX all over B. Thomas, you still with me? You haven't said a word today. You good or not? You sure? Anybody with an issue? You all right back there? Yeah, you good? Good. All right, here we go. Now let's take a look at number 9. V equals LWH. Come on, Sassy. What do I have to do? First of all, what am I solving for? What letter? L. Okay, now honestly, listen to me and try to hear what I'm saying. You just have to tell me how all that's attached. Just sit down. Sit down. So how do I undo multiplication? That's how easy. What am I dividing by? I'm solving for what? Yes, there you go. Relax, remember? Think about it. All right. Again, she's correct. Dividing by WH. Dividing by WH. Now, why are we dividing by WH? Because what happens to the WH on the right side? It does what? It cancels out. That's exactly right. H's cancels, W's cancel, so we're left with L equals the volume divided by the width times the height. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everybody good with that? All right, let's carry on. Number 21, solving for H. Now again, this one should be pretty easy for you also. Joseph, why is this one easy? So all I have to do is what? That's all I have to do is divide. What am I dividing by? That's exactly right. We're just dividing by pi r squared. Divide by pi r squared. Divide by pi r squared. So we know that H is the volume divided by pi r squared. Come on, that's not that hard. Not that hard. Hubble, you're up. 13. What do I have to do on 13, please? Everybody write it down. I'll give you a second to write it down. Good job. Multiply both sides by 2. Now, once again, we're multiplying both sides by 2, Hubble, because what happens to the 2's now? They do cancel out. So I have 2a equals x plus y. Now, keep in mind, I didn't do a good job on this. I didn't highlight what I'm getting rid of or what I'm solving for. All right, Hubble, knock it out for me. Wow, good job. Subtract x. So y is equal to 2a minus x. Anybody having an issue? Pretty happy with that. All right, Thomas, loud and proud now, please. You ready? Come on now. I want to hear it out of you. All right? No whispering. That's too small. I can't hear you. All right. What do I do on number 15? Yes. By what? Yes. Good job, Thomas. Multiply by 6. All right. So we're going to multiply both sides by 6. Multiply both sides by 6. Now what happens to those 6's, Thomas? On the right side, what do they do to each other? They cancel out. Thank you, Thomas. So now I have 6x is equal to yz. Now what do I have to do, Thomas? By what? Now remember, I'm going to highlight. I didn't do it. I'm solving for z, Thomas. So what do I have to get rid of now? Y. Yes. How do I get rid of the y? Yeah, Thomas. Good. All right, Thomas. I'm happy with you. Divide by y. Divide by y. So z is equal to 6x over y. All right, now they're just trying to show you that you can work backwards and it doesn't have to be just with numbers. All right, it doesn't have to be just with numbers. Good job, Thomas. All right, Aiden, you're up. Number 19. What do I have to do? Oh, did I skip one? Oh, I'm sorry. 17, sorry. What do I do on 17, Aiden? I'm solving for B. What do I have to do first, Aiden? Now look up here. Look what.
Oh, you have to move.
Not yet, you don't. Come on, come on. Same thing with what Thomas did. What did Thomas start out doing? What did he start out doing?
Oh, you have to.
Right. Let's go to another fraction. What did I do on 13? Another fraction. What did I do on number 5? Come on, that's just repetition. That's repetition. That's what I'm saying. If you don't know, speak up. So now I'm going to go back. What do I do on number 17? Yes, multiply by 3. Come on, buddy, you got this. Times by 3. Because what happens to the 3's now? That's right, they cancel. So now I have 3a equals a plus b plus c. Now, are those a's the same a's? No, one's capital, one's what? Lower. All right, you can't combine them. All right, now, Aiden, come on now, speak up. I'm solving for b. What do I have to get rid of now?
Subtract A.
And? Yes. Very good, Aiden. There you go. So minus a minus c. And again, the reason why you do that is because these cancel. So now b is equal to 3a minus c. Anybody have any issues? Leighton.
I'm just gonna ask, like, you.
All right, try it. What do I have to do, Leighton?
So would you multiply by 4?
Yes, sir, you do.
So it would be 4x equals y minus b.
Now, hold on one second. Okay, now what?
So if I'm solving for negative b, would I have to get rid of 2y?
Yes, you do. How do I do that?
Subtract.
Right. Right. So I'm going to put a minus 2y, minus 2y. And so now I get 4x minus 2y. Here's a hard one. What does that equal?
Equal
Negative z. Thank you, Leighton. Negative z. 4x minus 2y equals negative z. Now, I'm not done, but ask me your question.
So it sounds like how you explain that. So why would you divide these? Why did you want to divide? Because I thought 2y was multiplication.
Yeah, but okay, so listen to me. Very good question. So pay attention now. It's easy. This right here is a positive 2y, right? So it's attached with addition. It's not attached with multiplication to the z. You with me on this now, right? All right, now we have a major problem here. So I need everybody to listen to me. And I've tried to make myself clear on this. This z is negative. We're not allowed to have negative z. So how do I undo a negative? Multiply by a negative. Or we say just change the signs. Or we say just change the signs. So what does that mean? The 4x becomes a what? Negative 4x. And the negative 2y becomes a positive 2y. And then the z becomes positive z. So z equals negative, z equals, negative 4x plus 2y. Quickly.
Can't you just, do you need to have the z at the beginning?
Yeah, that's standard.
Oh.
It's not going to be wrong if you leave it as negative 4x plus 2y equals z, but generally the variable you're solving for is written first. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to review some of the absolute value stuff. So flip to the back page.
Is it so much the back?
Yeah, we're doing all of it. Let's go, come on. Now, number one. All right, just to make sure. Absolute value of 5 times, what's W, somebody? 0.4, right?
Wait, how do you do that? Oh.
Everybody agree with that?
Oh.
So what's 5 times 4? But we have a decimal, so it's really what? 2. Thank you. So what's the absolute value of 2? 2. All right. Now, again, if you want to write on this sheet, I'm okay on the back because it seems like there's enough room. All right. Is everybody with me on that? All right. You don't have to, though. You don't have to. Some people like to write on paper. Doesn't matter to me is what I'm saying. All right. You're just going to turn in both of these sheets tomorrow. All right. Now, over here now, absolute value. What's 9 times y? That's what I prefer. Negative 27 minus, what's z? What's z? So is it really minus? It would be plus 10 because of the double negatives. Plus 10. And what's negative 27 plus 10? Negative 17. What's the absolute value of negative 17? 17. Thomas, are you still with me? Good for you, Aiden. Yeah. Okay, so look. Do you see where it says 9 times y, right? So y is right here is negative 3. You with me? Right? So all the values are up here in the problem. I should have said that. I want the right answer. Some of you are better with the numbers than others. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to show all the work. No. That's going to be when I jump down to here. 13. These are not equations. These are expressions. You understand me? So we're just substituting in the numbers. Okay? Good question. All right? So now, equals negative. What's z again? So what's 10 times negative 10? 10 times negative 10.
100.
Negative 100. Come on, guys.
Oh,
So negative 100 minus 31. Negative absolute value of what? Come on, it shouldn't take us that long to do negative 100 minus 31. What is that? Negative 131. Good. Speak up, girl. What's the absolute value of negative 131? But what? There's a negative out in front. So it's negative 131. Okay? All right, let's check out number 27. Hey, Aiden, are you staying with me, right? You're exactly correct. But the reason it is negative is because this out here, we're doing the opposite of whatever that answer is. You hear me? All right, let me show you something. Ready? What is the absolute value of 5? What's the absolute value of negative 5? You're right. So it's always positive, right? But now you have to keep in mind if I put a minus sign in front, now it's negative 5, right? So we did the absolute value, but we still have to finish the problem. All right? There was a negative in front, therefore it became negative. All right? All right, I'm pretty happy. All right, number 7. 25 minus, what's 5 times z, somebody? What's 5 times z? Speak up. Negative 50 plus 1, okay, equals 25 minus, what's negative 50 plus 1? Negative 49. And what's the absolute value of negative 49? 49, right? But what? There's a negative in front, so it's minus 49. Now I said a lot there, so make sure you're hearing me. Is everybody okay on that? Everybody okay? And then what's 25 minus 49? Someone who's thinking? I like that. Good job. Negative 24. Everybody okay? Everybody okay? All right, we're going to use our calculators on Monday. I keep trying to remind you. Calculators Monday. Calculators Monday. 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 I already said it, though. If you don't bring it on Monday, it's not the end of the world. Tuesday or Wednesday, just get it. Okay? TI 84 plus. Right? Here we go. What's 4 times W? What's W again? So what's 4 times 0.4? 1.6. Good job. 1.6. What's the absolute value of 1.6? And then 2 times 1.6. Yep. 3 point. Yes, good job. 3.2. Of course. I don't care. Hurry up. Hurry up. All right, here we go. Number 11. All right, absolute value. What's x? So negative 3 times x is what? Negative 6. What's negative 2 times y? 6, correct? What's negative 6 plus 6? Absolute value of 0. 0 minus 4. Yeah, guys. I'm pretty happy with you. Negative 4. Everybody good with that? All right, now we're getting into the equations, which is kind of what we did yesterday. All right. So now what I want to do is I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to put it on the next page. And again, I just don't feel like this right here. Hey, I don't know what you're doing. Something just went crazy on my notability. Okay. Here we go. So what again I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. We'll do it down here. Okay. Now remember, each one of these now is an equation. Right? So if I have an equation, I have to write it how many times? Twice. Thank you. You have to write it twice. So here we go. First one. I want everybody to write down y plus 3 equals 2 and y plus 3 equals what? Negative 2. Now we're practicing our mental math. So what does y equal? Negative 1 or y equals negative 5. Anybody have any objections to that? All right, number 15. I have to write the equations twice. So, who wants to tell me the two equations? Go ahead, Carter.
3 minus 6 equals 2, and then 3 minus 6 equals negative 2.
Okay.
And then,
Mm-hmm.
3k equals 3.
So k equals, beautiful, k equals 8 over 3,
6 again.
right?
So 3k equals 4.
So k equals,
K equals 4 over 3.
good job. Very good. You want to give it a shot? Go. Let's go. Now, again, we're not going to write 10 equals, right? We're just going to write the absolute value first, right? So we're going to write, tell me.
1 minus c
Good.
And the 1 minus c equals negative.
Beautiful. Now what?
We do minus 1.
Good.
And that equals negative c
Equals.
equals 9.
Good job. So C equals.
C equals.
That's right. -9. Remember, the negative variable just means change the sign. When the variable is negative, that means change the sign. All right, finish the next one now.
So do minus 1.
Good.
Negative c equal to negative 11.
Beautiful.
Then
Change the sign.
change the sign.
When the variable is negative, change the signs. So the negative c becomes positive and the negative 11 becomes positive. What? What? No, the next one's way too easy. What is the answer? Yeah, if you knew it was no solution, pat yourself on the back. All right, again, very good. Thank you, ladies. Absolute value cannot equal a negative. Absolute value cannot equal a negative. So it was no solution. Don't be fooled. All right. All right, here we go with 21. All right, Carly, let's go. What do I have to do for this? First. No. Well, yeah, you can simplify. That's right. You can simplify. I'm proud of you on that, girl. So that's just 4x. But now, what do I do with that plus 2, though, Carly? That's right. You have to isolate it first. So instead of equals 18, it equals what? There you go. Good job. Equals 16. Now, everybody double check that, please, because we did 2 steps in 1. And I want to make sure everybody's good. Mia, is that good for you? Noah, is that good for you? Is that good for you? You still good? All right. Now write both equations, Carly. Go. Good job. So, and so again, to save us some time, you could write it as plus or minus 4. Thomas, you still with me? Write a little bit neater. All right, Miss Hulsman, I haven't heard from you. All right, so write the 2 equations down for number 23 for me. Good job. Good job. 3n minus 2 equals 1/2. 3n minus 2 equals -1/2. Good job. Now what? Well, how is, remember, we're solving for n. Come on, girl.
You add 2.
There you go. You add 2. All right, now listen to me. This is good mental math. If you add 2, how many halves is that? If I put plus 2, remember it's 2 over 1. I need a common denominator. That's right. So I'm going to multiply by 2, and this is the same as 4 over 2. Do you agree with that? So 1/2 plus 4/2 is? Say it. Yes. Yes, 5 over 2. Perfect. 5 over 2. 5 over 2. Now, when there's fractions involved, I always try to teach kids to multiply by the reciprocal because it's easier to see. So does everybody agree there's a 5/2 here, right? So it would be easier, watch, if I do times 1/3 times 1/3. Now the answer is easier to see. Does everybody agree with that? Rather than doing a fraction divided by 3. So this now cancels, and so n is equal to, well, because the reciprocal of 3 is 1/3. Now let me just, you see what I'm saying, right? So it's just easier if you're looking at this. 5/2 divided by 3, that's kind of ugly looking. It's easier if you do 5/2 times 1/3. Do you agree with that? It's easier. The math is easier. All right, that one put a star by because I want you to double check your math on that. You have to know that. All right, now let's go to the other side. So again, if I add 2, I get 3n is equal to, tell me, Mia.
5.
So we're going to say this. No, look right up, please. 2 is the same as 4 over 2, right? So negative 1/2 plus 4/2.
Oh, negative.
Negative 1 plus 4. I'm asking you a simple question. Negative 1 plus 4. Relax. Negative 1. If somebody said to you, what's negative 1 plus? There you go. So equals 3/2. Now again, this is where I like the reciprocal when I'm dealing with fractions. So it would be times 1/3 times 1/3 n equals, what happens to the 2 3's now? They cancel out. All right, they cancel out. So this right here and this right here cancels. So n is equal to 1/2. Please star that one. Do it again. All right, that's just if you're good at arithmetic. If you're not good at fractions, that's just impossible. That's why I say double check that. You're brilliant if you got that under control. All right, now somebody tell me what's the first step on number 25? What's the first step on 25? Good. Very good. Divide by -5. Wow, Aiden, good job. So if I do that, it becomes absolute value of 6a plus 2 equals what? 3. Good job. Yes, ma'am. That's a good thought. Right, good thought. But we haven't isolated the absolute value yet. Do you hear what I'm saying right now? So there's a little trick to it. You have to make sure the absolute value is isolated. Right? Now, the two equations again. 6a plus 2 equals 3. 6a plus 2 equals -3. Subtract 2 from both sides. So 6a equals, somebody tell me, 1. Now what do I do to both sides? Come on. What do I do?
Divide.
Divide by?
6.
So a equals 1 over 6. And finally, what do I do? What am I doing on the second equation?
6 equals -1.
Equals what?
-5. Oh, yeah.
-5. I hate when I'm wrong too. So what's the final answer? Let's see if you get this right. Perfect timing. Wow, that's a great job, guys. Remember, go back and do the other side. Go back and do the other side. All the solutions will be posted. It's important, guys. Get your work in math done. Get it done. All right? Spend some extra time. All right? The other class, I'll do the evens, and so you'll be able to listen if you're unsure. All right? Come on, guys.
Yeah.